Alright, here it is. The grand finale of Full Moon-A-Thon 2. Oh, Oblivion 2. Which was filmed back to back with the first one. It features all of the returning cast except for the guy who played Wormhole, but including Andrew Divoff, who now plays Red Eye's brother Jagger. Yeah. And the story here is that sometime after the first one, very shortly after the first one, according to the director, uh, um, a bounty hunter played by Maxwell Caulfield has showed up looking for a female vigilante criminal character that he assumes to be Lash. And so now he is going to take her away, but also the brother of Red Eye comes in for revenge, sort of, and it's revealed that the person they're looking for may not be Lash after all. So this was a step down from the first one, but I still kind of liked it. It has all the same characters, all the same actors. George Takei is in this again. He gets another line. He's like, promise, and he does the Vulcan hand thing. Uh, you know, everybody comes back. And yeah, and we actually start the film with a recap of the entire first movie, everything that happens in the first movie. If you forgot, they recap it at the beginning of this movie, and then we see our villain, quote unquote, played by Maxwell Caulfield. He's a bounty hunter who is looking for a female criminal who is guilty of espionage stuff, but no one knows what she looks like, and so he, says the description. And they actually think it was Lash. Because as you remember, she and Bork, whatever, just ran away at the end of the last one. And they're in this one, although they really don't do anything. Lash is arrested because they think she's behind it, but they're like, I'm not guilty of anything. And they start naming off like murder, no, sexual acts, no, or whatever, like prostitution or whatever, no. And then when he names off the espionage stuff, he's like, okay, that one I really didn't do. They got a laugh out of me. Uh, yeah, and Zach has become the marshal. And I like that you get to see more of the town. They actually didn't have a big enough budget in the first one to show off the town. But then they had the idea to make the sequel back to back so the budget would get bigger and they can actually show off the town. They show off the town a little bit more in this one, and I like that. We go, back to the mines again and some of the same sets. The saloon, and stuff like that is pretty cool. The actress who plays Maddie still can't act. I noticed in the first one I forgot to mention, she was the main love interest, but she wasn't really a love interest in that one. She was just there. He had more chemistry with Lash than he did with her. But here, she is verbatim. She is the love interest here. She is most definitely the love interest because when Maxwell Caulfield's character comes in, they have a flirty thing and Zach gets all jealous because of it. And they just start dancing, and then they kiss, and it's just like, okay, where did that come from? I get he's supposed to get jealous, but that's just to have them kiss in their first meeting. I don't know. It's very rushed. But meanwhile, Jagger, who looks just like Red Eye because he's played by the same guy, Andrew Divoff, shows up, and they, of course, because he looks like him, they got to point it out. It's Red Eye. I'm not Red Eye. I'm his brother. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry for your brother. Red Eye can burn in hell. And he's just looking for, I don't know, he wants the mines, which is the same thing that Red Eye wasn't. And it's all inconsequential because the three of them, him, Lash, and Borf, get squashed by a giant turtle. And it's just like, okay. What's the point of them being in this? The director has said that if he was to do a third one, he would find a way to bring them back in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. But, yeah. But it's revealed that the criminal is actually not Lash, but Miss Kitty. And it is also revealed, very subtly I might add, but something that I thought of while watching the first one, she is Zach's mother. Which, it was implied in the first one because they said that she and Zach's dad had a very intimate relationship, and like, is she his mother and he doesn't know it? You know, maybe her lifestyle just didn't work with having a child, so she just, you know, I don't know. And here, when she goes, she's like, I'll give myself up if you can catch me, and as long as it protects that man that I'm proud to call my sincere friend. So yeah, it's implied that it's actually implied here, more so than the first one, that she is Zach's mother. So I'm pretty much think it's confirmed. But yeah, and then for some reason, like, they're gonna take her away, but like they end up, like, he's like, Zach's like, I'm gonna go with you, and then they go to like like a cave to try to find her, and she supposedly dies. So they're holding a funeral, same place they held the last funeral, and then it revealed that she's not dead, she's still alive, and she won't admit how she's still alive, but it's kind of obvious because you see that she has the hologram. It's very obvious that she used the hologram to make it look like she fell into the water or died or whatever. But she won't admit it. She's like, 9 lives, happy. Okay. Okay. But yeah. There's one big joke. There's one joke at the end here that actually got a big laugh out of me, and it is from the Galt, where he says, I actually had enough respect to cancel bingo on a Thursday for a funeral. And this is what happens. I got a laugh out of me because the whole thing with last one was that there's a funeral, but they're playing bingo, and they're like, well, it's Thursday. I always play bingo on Thursday. Well, they didn't do it this time. They actually canceled it. So that was kind of funny. And yes, Zach does get, because then the Maxwell Caulfield character, this is before their funeral because he thinks she's dead. Miss Kitty's dead, but he's like, you know, you can come with me, you know. And that's when Zach's like, she's taken, and she's mine, or she's with me. And then like kisses her. She's like, I'm with him. And it's like, okay. Clearly they didn't have enough like stuff with that written in the script. There's a little here and there. There's like a little dabble where he's jealous, and then they focus on a whole bunch of plot, and then go back to it. And once again, like the first one, there's a lot of sitting and talking. More so in the first one, I think. And from what I've surmised from the director is that the writer Peter David actually just threw the script together. So there was a lot of just like padding, I think, for this movie, but it's fine. And then we get a little like credits thing at the end. This was fine. These two movies seem like something you'd find at the video store. I'm starting to find like the Full Moon catalog, at least some of the earlier ones, feel like that. You go to a video store in the 90s and you say, oh, what is this? You see Oblivion on the case, you see the alien, you see Lash, and you're like, what is this? And you put it in, there's something like that, something like Subspecies. Very much that kind of video rental stuff, weird video stuff that you find in home video release back in the 90s. This fits into that category very much. Especially in 1996 was the height of that, I think. In the mid to late 90s is when you really had the height of those weird video. Like the 90s itself. But, yeah. As for rating for this, I'm going to give it a middle of the road. It's not as good as the first one. I enjoyed the first one a lot. But this one was okay. It was the middle of the road for me. It's fine. And that brings us to the conclusion of Full Moon-A-Thon 2. I think I did it wrong. Full Moon-A-Thon 2. Whatever. But it's not the end of the full moon festivities because I have a big announcement. And if people don't watch this review, they're not going to know. But I'll announce it here. I'm going to extend the full moon the full moon coverage on my channel to 1 day a week. That's right. I'm bringing back To Be Tuesdays next week. From when you're watching this, the few days from now, this coming Tuesday, from when you're watching this, because it's Friday, And then Fridays will be Full Moon Fridays. There's a whole plethora of movies I can cover, and just like boom, 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 what I'm going to do. I don't know which one I'm going to start with. I could do Transfers 2. I could do Invisible, The Chronicles of Benjamin Knight. Who knows what I'll start with. Puppet Master 2. There's so much I can do. And I can't wait to explore the Full Moon universe more. But yeah. There you go. Full Moon Fridays starting next week. This coming week after this. 1 week from today that you're watching this. Full Moon Fridays. Can't wait. Or Full Moon Friday, I guess I should say. Can't wait to do that. When I get back to the 2 days a week thing, I film one video a week anyway, so I feel like I can put it in there. And I'm also going to do I have other ongoing stuff. I like 3 other ongoing things. Sam Raimi. Pick Your Poison Challenge. And I think I'm still technically doing Pick 10 2000 somewhere in there. And wait, wasn't Pick 10 Oscars a thing somewhere too? That's really on the back burner because I just have no motivation for that one. But I will get back into those. As to which one I'm going to start first, continue first, I don't know. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on Oblivion? The Backlash? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.